like pop while you all day, back it up, all day, while you all day, while you tall like that, while you all day, ladies, can you back it up, back it up, ladies, can you back it up,
What's good, Donnas? Back again today with another video. And first things first, I know you could already tell, yes, you guys, I did change my hair. I know y'all probably like, who is this brand new bitch? Leslie have not dyed her hair in years, okay? You guys know I love my black hair. And you guys, I just did something spontaneous the other day in my mom's house. I literally just stayed the night in my mom's house, and me and my niece went to the pharmacy to get something for my mom. And when we walked down that hair dye aisle, we were like, and then it was just game from there. So I decided to just add some highlights in my hair. Nothing crazy, super subtle. I only did highlights in the front, so the back is still all completely black. So I only do have highlights in the front, just so that way I can add some life to my face. So what do you guys think of my new hair? I know you guys are probably like, whoa, we was not expecting that. But yeah, if you guys are wondering what I did use on my hair, I did actually just use one of those L'Oreal Frosted Glow highlight cap kits. Super easy, super affordable, you guys. I literally did my hair for like $20. No lies. So yeah, so comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of my new hair. I love it. I feel like I look so different. I'm like looking at myself in the viewfinder right now, and I'm like, wow. I look so different. But anyways, enough about my hair. In today's video, I am going to be doing how it started versus how it's going. I am going to be recreating my very first ever eyeshadow makeup look that I actually did back in 2017. So it was a few years back. I am going to be showing you guys a picture right here on the screen. And you guys, don't judge me. But yes, so this is how it started, okay? It started like this. As you guys can see, that wing looks horrible. Like I did not know how to blend. There was no dimension in my crease. There was no fade. There was nothing. Okay. Then I took another photo of like my whole entire face, and you guys, the flashback was crazy. As you guys can see right here, like I look completely washed out. I actually thought it would be a fun video idea to actually do how it started versus how it's going. And girl, when I say I recreated that look and I killed it this time around, I wanted to just see how much my skills improved from where it started to today. And you guys, this is how I would do that look today. I decided to, you know, add my little twist on it, because obviously now I like to do cut creases and things like that. Yeah, let me know, do you think I killed it? Because you guys see that photo of how it started, girl. That photo, like, bitch, that shit look crazy. That shit looks horrendous. Y'all don't even gotta lie to me. So yeah, also in today's video, I am gonna be playing with some glamlite palettes. I did purchase the new glamlite paint pro palette, which looks like this. So I did play around with this palette as well, their ice cream palette as well. You guys, I had these palettes for months and I've never got around to playing with them. Ooh, this one is so pretty. So yeah, in today's video, I actually got around to playing both of them. So you guys will see that in action in the video. You guys want to see how I recreate my first ever eyeshadow look? Then you already know what to do. Definitely keep on watching. But before you go, definitely hit that subscribe button. That way you do not miss out on any of my videos. I am trying to be back on schedule, which is posting videos 2 times a week, every Sunday and Wednesday. So definitely hit that subscribe button. That way you do not miss out on any of my poppin' ass shit. So yeah, thank you all for watching. And until next time, babes, bye. Bitch, Corvette, hop in the motherfucking jetliner. All right, see, I cannot get that damn song out of my head. But anyway, starting with one eye on, you guys, this is what I came up with. I am obsessed with it. Did you guys see my hand? You know, okay. It was a lot of work to get to this point. Okay, I had a lot of thinking to do. But anyway, now I'm going to show you guys exactly what I did on the other eye. So starting off, of course, with the Plouise bases. These are their actually basic bases. So they're kind of like in these beautiful pastel shades. So I am going to be starting off with the purple one. Now, you definitely do not need these bases to do this eyeshadow look. I'm letting you guys know that right now. I just wanted to try a new technique with actually, you know, using a base so that way I could get the most pigment out of my eyeshadow, especially when it comes to like lavender or like really faint pastel colors like this. I feel like using a base actually gets them to show a lot better and a lot more true to pigment. But yeah, like I said, it is optional. You definitely do not need to lay down the base first. But anyway, moving on to eyeshadow, I am going in with the Glamlite Pro Paint Palette. palette. You guys, they have an original paint palette, but this is a new one that they came out with, the Pro, and I'm obsessed with this one. You guys, I'm obsessed with the whole layout and the whole fact that it literally looks like a canvas. Is so beautiful. But yeah, I'm gonna be first going in with the shade Dark Violet, which is a very beautiful deep purple color. So I'm gonna be using that to stamp exactly where I put the base. So now the base is a little bit tacky, you guys, so it's gonna actually make the eyeshadow adhere onto it. But what I kind of didn't like, and I probably just have to play with it a lot better, is that when you do put them on bases, you have to make sure that that base is nice and dry and completely blend it out. If not, your shadow will stick to certain areas, so be very careful. So now to blend out that dark purple, I am now going to move on to the shade Orchid, which is a more lighter pinkier purple, just to give it a nice blend. And as you guys can see, I'm literally kind of just like placing my brush 50-50 on where that dark purple was and 50% on my bare skin, just so that way we don't go too high and I have enough space for our last shade. So now moving on to the Glamlite Ice Cream palette, I wanted to go in with a really faint lavender type of color. So now I'm going to go into the shade Honey Lavender in the Ice Cream palette, and this is going to be our last shade in our transition. Another thing I did want to tell you guys is placement. I only did focus all of the purples, not necessarily from inner corner to outer corner of my crease. As you guys can see, there is a big gap on my inner corner because I literally just did not want eyeshadow there. I wanted to actually leave that blank. But if you wanted to bring your purple all the way into the inner corner of your crease, then girl, you do you, boo. I just wanted to do something a bit different. So like I said, of course, because of that base, as I was blending, you guys can see a tiny little bit of patchiness, nothing crazy. You can definitely work with it. So like I said, I just have to practice more with these paints. But anyways, now moving on to another P. Louise base, but this one is actually the collaboration with mmmichell, and this is Blank Canvas. You guys, this is a lot more of a thicker consistency and perfect to cut your crease. And you guys have seen me use this so many times. I even talked about this product in my 2020 favorites. So yeah, moving on. I'm quickly just going to cut the crease. But the only thing different that I am doing here is actually, instead of cutting out my whole entire crease, I'm going to stop halfway. But I am going to leave a little extra line. That way it just looks like a little bit of a graphic liner. I don't know, you guys. I was just playing with makeup today. But anyway, now I'm going to go in with a small brush and really pat in that base, because this base does set itself and it does dry down completely matte. So you want to make sure that you're smoothing it out. That way you do not, you know, make sure you have any creases. And girl, these AirPods, okay? I love them. I love them. Ever since I got them for Christmas, I literally use them every time I film, and I am obsessed. But anyway, it can definitely be distracting when it is time for filming, because I just be in my zone. I be jamming. But anyway, moving on to the lid shade, I am going to be going back into the Glamlite Pro Paint Pro palette, and I am taking that shade Electric Pink, which is the most beautiful hot pink shimmer shade, you guys. It is gorgeous. So as you guys can see, I am not bringing that all the way up into the cut crease. I'm actually leaving a little bit of a gap to act as like a negative space, even though we didn't really do much. So that's just like a little trick. If you guys actually wanted to fake that little negative space, all you have to do is just not bring your shadow all the way up, if you get me. But anyway, now moving on to the Ice Cream palette, I'm going to take a bit of that shade called Strawberry, which is a little bit lighter than the first pink that I used, and this just has a lot more reflex. Now when I went back to my original photo, the photo that I was recreating, it looked like I had some type of sparkle glitter on my lid. So girl, I'm here for it. I actually went into the Hypnotized palette from Pinky Rose, which is just a pressed glitter palette, and girl, I just added a little bit of light pink glitter onto the lid as well. Now it was irking me, that outer edge, you guys, so you know I had to pull my lid a little bit taut just so I could get a nice blend on my outer corner. We do not want no harsh edges over here, okay? Only when it comes to the cut crease, that's the only harsh edge we need in our lives, okay? So anyway, last but not least is the inner corner. I am now going to be taking that baby yellow P. Louise base, just so I could get something nice and tacky in my inner corner. And as you guys can see, I'm blowing that out way past that cut crease, because I want a really like diffused inner corner, really blown out inner corner. That was one thing about the photo that I noticed. I went in with the yellow, so I wanted to actually recreate that in this new look and actually make it seem like it was on purpose, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm also going to take a fluffy brush and actually blend that yellow up into the beginning of my brow, just so that way it looks a lot more blended. By the way, I forgot to mention the yellow that I used was Mango in the Ice Cream palette, and girl, that yellow was popping. Definitely very pigmented. Now I am going to pop on my lashes and quickly tightline my eyes off camera, and let's move on to the face, because girl, in my last photo, okay, you know, we came a long way. Flashback Mary. Hold on, let's take off these damn AirPods because I do not want to get foundation on them. But yeah, you guys, I had trouble back then of finding products that would not give me flashback. I think in the beginning times of my makeup, that used to be like my biggest downfall on how to not get the flash to wash out all of my makeup. So if you guys actually want a video on how I take photos these days, I would definitely be more than happy to show you guys how I take my photos for Instagram and how I edit them and everything like that. But definitely the makeup does play a big part, you guys. So for foundation, I am going to be taking my Born This Way. I will leave all of the products that I use down in the description box because I forgot to mention what primer I used. I think I used the e.l.f. poreless putty, but anyway, everything will be down in the description box. But yeah, I am going to be taking the new Too Faced Born This Way matte foundation. Another thing I notice in photos, especially when I am doing dramatic eyeshadow looks, I like for my skin to look more matte because sometimes I like to do, you know, an add highlight where I want my highlight to be. I don't want my whole face to be shiny, and that can kind of like make or break your look in photos as well. So yeah, another thing and another trick that I learned now that I, you know, progressed in my makeup career, obviously, is how to properly contour my face. You guys, that adds a lot of dimension and depth onto the skin, especially when a photo could tend to wash you out. So definitely practice your contouring and definitely your nose contouring, because since I've learned how to nose contour, I can definitely see a huge difference in my photos when I take makeup. The next tip that I can give you guys about flashback and things like that is definitely the concealer and the powder that you use. You definitely do not want to be using a stark white translucent powder. I definitely like to have my translucent powder have a little bit of color. So the translucent powder that I'm using today that does not give me flashback is the e.l.f. Halo Glow translucent powder in the shade Light. It does have a little bit of a yellowy tinge to it, which brightens up the under eye, but this powder does not give me flashback. Another trick I like to do to avoid flashback is definitely setting my face with a foundation powder. I did do it off camera, but I did set my face with the Sephora Micro Smooth foundation powder in the shade Medium, just to make sure that my face has some color to it and it's not, you know, washed out. And y'all know I go ham with my bronzer, okay? I love for my skin to look sun-kissed. I don't like to look pale, so bronzer is key, okay? Don't be shy, go off with your bronzer. Also, another thing is blush. I love blush. This one is from the Sephora collection. I will leave the shade name down to this one. This one I actually used for the first time today and it was super cute, definitely matched my eyes. So jumping back into the eyes, I'm going to be taking this lilac shade. This one is the ColourPop BFF cream gel liner. I'm not sure the name. I will leave the shade of it in the description box as well. I don't have all of the products in front of me. I'm a bit lazy today, girl, excuse me. Anyway, now working on my lower lash line, I am now going to be taking that shade, that same honey lavender shade, on our lower lash line. And there's actually another shade that I actually forgot to show you that I ran on my lower lash line, but it's actually right next to it. It's in the shade Cookie Monster, which is actually a blue. Now, if you guys have never mixed blue and purple together, if you're working with lavender, the blue definitely brings out the purple tones. So definitely mix them, you guys. I kind of did this technique in my all blue eyeshadow look that I did last year, but yeah, you guys, it definitely does make the purple stand out. So I did run Cookie Monster on my lower lash line and of course added a little bit more yellow. So moving on to highlight, I am going to be taking this one from Be Perfect and the Stacey Marie collaboration. This is their Get Wet highlighter in the shade Halo Glaze, and I don't know what happened to my camera when I was highlighting. My footage completely stopped. I know, filming problems, you guys, it's so annoying. But anyways, moving on to my lips, I am quickly going to be lining my lips with Morphe lip pencil in the shade Bar, which is a very deep burgundy, and I know it looks pretty crazy so far with this eye look, but it's all going to come together in the end. You guys, this shade definitely does have a bit of a purpley undertone, so this is exactly why I wanted to use this. But we are definitely going to be going in with a nude lip combo because, you know, the eyes is a bit much, so I want to tone down my lips. So now I'm going in with Sweet Tea, which is another lip pencil from Morphe, to completely fill in and blend in that Bar darker lip liner. And then now for my lip shade, I am going to be taking the Morphe 2 lip and cheek mousse in the shade Wish, which is kind of like a muted nude pink. Oh my god, I love this shade, and I love the formula of these Morphe 2 lip and cheek mousses. You guys, they're so comfortable and they actually make your lip look like they have filler because it completely covers all the fine lines in your lips. It's just bomb. So I went in with the first layer, and now just in the center of my lips, I am adding a little bit more of that same exact lip and cheek mousse. And you guys, I talked about these in my 2020 best of 2020 makeup products, and you guys, these definitely made the cut, and now you guys get to see them in action because they're definitely bomb. And comment down below what you guys think of this lip combo because I'm so here for it. But now I'm adding a little bit more highlighter because I am using a colored highlighter today, so I do want it to pop in my photos. So I am actually seeing where the light is hitting and just adding a tiny little bit more. For setting spray today, I am going in with the Rare Beauty setting spray. I've actually been really liking this setting spray. It definitely adds a nice glow to the skin because you guys know I'm dry AF. So this definitely does make my skin look like it's glowing from within. I love it. Now, I was going to keep my lips matte, you guys, but I've been obsessed with gloss. So I actually decided to pop on my Lunar Beauty gloss in the shade Moon. I also talked about this in my best of 2020 video. So yeah, this is like literally my favorite lip products. And yeah, you guys, that was the lip combo with this eye look. I am obsessed. I'm quickly going to fix my hair because you guys, I want to see what my new hair was giving. This is actually the first makeup look that I did with my new hair, so I actually got to see what it looks like all together, and I love it, you guys. So yes, this was me recreating my very first makeup look. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, guys, bye.